Here is a steering gear housing we removed off our 1987 Toyota pickup two-wheel drive. Today we'll be replacing the lower oil seal. Some auto parts stores call this the Pitman arm oil seal. We have already removed this 29mm size nut and washer from the shaft. I ended up having to use a pipe wrench due to the fact that I didn't have a large enough socket. We then went to our local auto parts store and got a Pitman arm puller, and they actually used it in store to remove the Pitman arm. So this is loose. So we've already removed the Pitman arm. Now we can remove the oil filler plug and drain all the gear oil. So there's the oil drain plug. It's a 14mm, so now we can just remove it. And there's the oil drain plug. It has a little floppy cap. Now we're going to remove the end cover of the sector shaft and the sector shaft. So that's the end cover. Here's the sector shaft, which attaches to the Pitman arm. So now we'll remove these 4 bolts on the end cover, which also happen to be 14mm. Now we remove the adjustment screw locking nut. Now we'll remove the cover by using the manual's trick of turning the adjustment screw clockwise. And there's the inside. After tapping the lower end with a hammer a few times, I'm able to pull out the sector shaft. And as a warning, oil will drip down, so you want to have somewhere to catch it. So there are the needle bearings we will need to remove. There's some at the lower end and farther up there as well. Now we'll replace the oil seal, so we'll remove it with a screwdriver. No, I already loosened it up. It was stuck in there pretty good. Here's the new seal we got. There's the part number, and this was around $7 or $8. So now we're going to replace the seal. If you have these specialty tools, you can use that. So just applied a thin layer of assembly lube to the outer part of the seal. Just going to use nice gentle taps, evenly around. That looks pretty good. Since that's the only seal we're going to replace, now we're going to go to install the needle roller bearings. I'll be using wheel bearing grease. Take our roller bearing, make sure it's clean, get a little grease on it. It's got some little grease. Just stick it in there like so. One done, more to go. A little hint I just learned: if you install bearings this way, gravity will have them fall down right there. You can easily get them. If you have it upside down, it'll fall in here, and that's much harder to get into. This is an inspection for the sector shaft. Now we're going to install the sector shaft. And there it is, fully installed. So now we're going to install the end cover. We just applied our gasket seal, and we'll have to screw it down. So now we will torque it to 36 foot-pounds, which is 49 newton meters. Now we're going to place the worm shaft in the neutral position. Now we're supposed to adjust the total preload. So what I did, since I don't have that special tool, is I adjusted the screw until this top one got a little hard to move by hand, and then I backed it up a little, since the torque was only supposed to be 6.9 to 9.1 inch-pounds, so not very much. So there's a lock nut that we need to tighten next. Now this is supposed to be torqued to 20 foot-pounds or 27 newton meters. Now we will install the Pitman arm. Notice the marks on the sector shaft and on the Pitman arm. So we can line those up like so, and you want the Pitman arm going towards the worm shaft. If you have the tools, you can measure the backlash. Finally, we'll fill it up with gear oil.